All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking about real music in real time for real people just like you and just like me. This is exciting. I am stoked for the new Journey record. Nice little tweet here from Neal Schon. Narada and I laid down a killer long play album track today in the studio. New Journey album on the way. Now, it's a short little tweet, but he definitely makes a point here that this might not be, your mother's journey. This might not be your 1981 journey. And I know a lot of people at this stage, I'm not sure that you've got two camps, and I just addressed one of those camps in the last video I did about Arnel and a fan who wants to see basically the old Journey with Perry, okay? And the dream would be, if you could have Steve Perry in the band, that would be a cool thing. The whole Valerie and Smith thing, I think, is pretty much over at this stage, and Neal and John are trying to take control of the group and put it on a new path. You get the impression that the older guys, at least the rhythm section that is now no longer, those guys were content in just, doing the same old stuff over and over again. Neal, what you can tell when Neal Schon is happy is when he's creating new music or he's playing in a situation with quality musicians who love to play and who enjoy this art form. And he did this interview recently with Joe Bonamassa that I would recommend watching. Really good sort of interaction between a fellow guitarist. But the reason I like this tweet is because it basically says, this ain't gonna be just the same old, a killer long play album track. This is the stuff that Journey started doing on the first three records. Now, there are people that used to argue with me saying that, Journey would never have become a success without Steve Perry. And if the record label dropped Journey, then Journey would have nowhere to go and they would be pretty much done. Now, obviously, their manager at the time, Herbie, he had a vision. He wanted this band to be on the radio, and he wanted singles, and he wanted somebody who could sing and bring the band to higher places. And certainly Steve Perry fit the bill, and they accomplished all that stuff. But with nothing else really to accomplish in the realm of popular music, think of it this way. If Journey created another album like Escape or like Frontiers, would the radio bother to play it? No, they wouldn't. Rock stations would ignore it because they're too old and they don't play Journey anyway. Most of the Journey music now gets played on these hybrid greatest hits type stations or soft rock stations, depending on what song they're playing. So, for me, as a fan of Neal Schon's guitar work and Narada Michael Walden's drumming and production skills, by the way, my guess would be that Neal might be adding a bass line to this as well, as he is notorious for playing bass and adding parts. The bass line on Don't Stop Believin' is a Neal Schon invention. So, to me, this shows a real music fan that real music is coming. It's headed your way. And a lengthy album track is exactly what I'd love to hear from this new lineup, which is capable of playing this kind of music and delivering it, as well as all of the older stuff. Think of what Neal Schon did briefly with his offshoot band, Journey Through Time. And to me, I think he's taking some of that and putting it into this new lineup. Now, you don't have Dean, you don't have Marco, but you got Randy and you got Narada. So again, if you're a music fan and a Journey fan, you can cope with this. This is going to be a lot of fun to listen to. So I'm excited about it. I know probably a few other people are hoping that the band will do Escape Part 2 or something, but you can't catch lightning in a bottle twice. It's really, I mean, you did it once. And by the way, Escape, Frontiers, Raised on Radio, all of those albums had their own personality along with a timestamp, okay? I enjoy listening to things like Arrival, Generations, Eclipse. So for hardcore Journey fans, again, this is going to be the stuff we've been waiting for. For the casual fans, you know, they're just going to want to go see the band perform all the hit songs from the 80s and late 70s, and that's always going to be the case. And that's the stuff, I guess, that keeps the band employed, or at least sells tickets. But for music fans who want the band to continue moving forward, and that's what Neal Schon's all about, they'd be really jazzed for this new Journey music, which, again, some of it should start surfacing, hopefully, next month, according to reports by Neal Schon and, others that I've been listening to in the background talk about this. People are pretty excited about this, and it appears to be another chapter in the Journey saga. So that's always cool. In any event, seems like there's a lot of chemistry, too. There's a little fire symbol here. This is because there's chemistry again, and there was no chemistry for a very long time in this group. So let's hope it continues. All right, I'm done with this one. Thanks for watching. Please keep subscribing. We're on our way to 30K, and that's a milestone, and I want to thank everybody for helping me get there. More content, though, heading your way shortly, so stay tuned.